Welcome back. Now we're going to do our top fives. Last week we did quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs. This week we go to tight ends, defensive ends, and linebackers. We're basing pretty much our top five on top five players in the game today. Not necessarily top five this season, but top five in the game today, or a combination of the two. However you want to look at it. Also, we're going to have that up on the website. We want all the other players to put in their input on the top five. That section should be up actually tomorrow. But first, I guess we'll start with Sean. Go ahead and give us your crazy top five. I can't wait to hear this.
All right, for tight ends, at number 5, I got Heath Miller for the Steelers.
What, you picked the Steelers?
Yeah, actually, I picked the Steelers for something. I gotta give him this props. He's been consistent. As far as like combination of block, he's the best blocking tight end I can think of in the NFL. And plus, he has good hands. He's a reliable receiver, so I got him at number 5. And number 4, I got the best tight end ever played a game, Tony Gonzalez. He just continues to put up, great numbers every year.
Better than Ozzie Newsome?
Yeah, he's better than Ozzie Newsome. I don't like Ozzie Newsome no more anyway. And then number 3, I got Dallas Clark. He's having a great year. Got him in fantasy football. He's doing a heck of a job for me. And number 2, I got Jason Witten. Just year in, year out, he gets the job done. He's always up there as far as receptions and yards, and he's a decent blocker as well. So I got to put him in number 2. And number 1, I got Kent State product, Antonio Gates. I mean, I basically got number 1 because there's no other tight end I'd rather have than Antonio Gates. So I had to put him in number 1.
All right, Lawrence, who you got your top 5 tight ends?
All right. Shoot, I can't believe I even forgot that cat. But number 5, I'll start with Antonio Gates. Number 4, gonna go with Heath Miller. Number 3, Tony Gonzalez. Number 2, Dallas Clark. And number 1, he stepped up this year, and he's always had potential, but particularly this year, Vernon Davis.
At number 1?
I'm just talking about this year. I don't really care about.
He got more touchdowns, but his yards and his receptions ain't up there with the rest of them guys.
What are you talking about? His receptions is up there with any other tight end. Actually, he might be leading all tight ends in receptions.
Didn't you just read them off earlier? Was he up there?
Who got the most?
Antonio Gates.
And then after that,
Jason Witten.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 49er talking.
Whatever.
All right, my top 5. I got Chris Cooley number 5 because he can do everything. He runs the ball. He plays fullback. He's hurt right now, but when he's out there, he does a little bit of everything for the Redskins. That's why I got him number 5. I got Dallas Clark number 4, which I actually not think about. I should have him higher, but I got him number 4. He probably the best route running tight end in the league. I got Antonio Gates number 3. The reason I don't like Gates higher is because he don't block well, and I don't know. He's not a real good blocker. I got Tony Gonzalez number 2 because I agree he's the greatest tight end ever. Even in Atlanta with the quarterback situation the way it is, he still put up good numbers. And even the bad years at Kansas City, he still put up good numbers. And then number 1 right now, I got Jason Witten because I think he's the only consistent person that the Cowboys got on offense. Because I think all the receivers are overrated. And if he wasn't there, I think Romo would be half of what he is. So I got Witten number 1. So I guess after looking all ours together,
I'm gonna look that up.
What about Vernon Davis?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Cause I don't trust Sean's information.
I didn't think he was up there either, though. I didn't think he was that high. I think he might have been earlier at one time, but I don't think he is anymore. But I guess we have to say, looking at our ratings here, Gates and Clark will be 1 and 2.
All right.
And then Gonzalez would be 3rd. Keith Miller would be 4th. And then I guess it'll come down to Vernon Davis and Jason Witten not Jason Witten. We didn't put Jason Witten in there, did we?
Well, I didn't have Jason Witten.
Okay, well, I guess Jason Witten would be number 5 then.
Yeah, you got to put him over Vernon Davis.
Yeah, because Sean voted for him too. Okay.
No 49ers allowed.
All right,
Trick.
we go.
Quit drafting in your fantasy league then.
We go to linebackers, and this time I think the 49 may be number one in this one. We'll start with Lawrence. Who you got your number one linebacker? I mean, top 5 linebackers. I ain't got to ask who number one is.
All right. Well, last I looked, the leader in tackles, Patrick Willis.
You got him number 5 or number?
Oh, I got him number 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess I'll start with number 5, Kurt Morrison, DeMarcus Ware, Keith Bullock, Jonathan Vilma, and then Patrick Willis, number 1.
Hold on, let me get those again here.
Yeah, so that's Kurt Morrison, DeMarcus Ware, Keith Bullock, Jonathan Vilma, and Patrick Willis.
Okay. We go get my top 5. Number 5, I got David Harris. Even though his name is, he got the same name as somebody else I know. He's still in there. He representing 2. Number 4, I got Keith Bullock. He, like Sean mentioned earlier, he's just the most consistent guy. Every year, pretty much does the same thing. I assume we forget about James Harrison. I know his numbers aren't as good as past years, but I think that's because so many injuries to the Steelers. I think they've been keen on him. Number 2, I got Patrick Willis. He may be the best run stopping linebacker in the game right now. But number 1, I got John Beeson because I think he's the best cover linebacker, and he comes up with that many interceptions as he does. And Patrick Willis, I think, has a little bit more help around him. John Beeson really doesn't have anything other than Peppers.
Chris Gamble.
Like I said, John Beeson don't really have anything else around him other than Peppers. Sean, who you got?
At number 5, I got Kurt Morrison. He's underrated because he's with Oakland. He gets overlooked a lot, but he's been consistent over the last several years. Number 4, I got London Fletcher. He's another guy that's been kind of under the radar, but people know about him.
Kind of on the radar. The cat been up in the league in tackles every year and never been a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, well,
He's the most under radar player ever, maybe.
yeah, well, but everybody knows about him though.
Yeah.
Every true football fan knows about him. He's number 4 on my list. Number 3, Keith Bullock's. He's just consistency. Mr. Consistency does it every year. Number 2, I got John Beeson, despite he went to Miami. I got him at number 2. He's one of the premier linebackers in the league. And number 1, without a doubt in my mind, is Patrick Willis. He's a freak of nature.
All right, so I guess we all agree that Patrick Willis is number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, I guess, would be Beeson then. Number 3, I guess we all vote for Bullock, pretty much in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I guess number 4 would be Morrison. He's only had 2 votes.
Oh yeah, Morrison. Yeah.
And then both of you guys had DeMarcus Ware, right? Or you didn't have DeMarcus Ware, did you?
No, any other votes for Fletcher? Fletcher, DeMarcus Ware.
Everybody else had 1 vote, pretty much apiece.
Yeah.
Because you had Vilma. You didn't have Vilma. I had Harrison and Harris. That's too much Harris. That's a bad.
Yeah, just go by record then.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
I went with London Fletcher since he's been doing it long.
Oh, London Fletcher's tight too.
Yeah,
I got more tackles than the other ones y'all mentioned.
I got no problem putting London Fletcher number 5. If we agree there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.